As someone who is a strategist main, I am not happy with this change. Is what I would say if I didn't know how to play any other character than the two main ones, which is Cloak and Dagger and motherfucking Invisible Woman. I think it's fair to say that any game that launches a new season will always have a group of people that will nitpick some changes, whether that be to a buff or a nerf or a new map or anything along those lines. However, the Marvel Rivals community is very vocal about this new change that happened with the ban system in competitive play, and they are not happy whatsoever. And I'm looking at you, strategist mains. That's me, I'm a strategist main. So the big change that happened this season with Marvel Rivals is the fact that there are 3 bans in competitive play instead of 2, like the prior seasons, meaning that players are able to go ahead and ban 3 characters, but however, there is a little meta that has kind of formed around this, which a lot of strategist players aren't happy about. And this is due to the fact that 3 strategists are being banned in almost every single comp match. Or at least so they say. I haven't seen anything personally. I haven't really played enough of this season to actually place, just because I'm trying to, rank with my brother and play rank with him. So I'm trying to hold off on doing my placement matches and everything. But from what I'm seeing online and from what I'm seeing from conversations sparking around the topic, it really does seem like a lot of people are upset. But I don't understand why. Now, as I previously said, I'm a strategist main. I main Cloak and Dagger, I main Rocket, and I also play a little bit of Mantis here and there. But at that same token, I really do feel like this change itself shouldn't be too difficult to adapt and overcome, just due to the fact that I think there's 11 strategists in the game total. If we're banning 3 strategists, you would think that, out of the whole entire role, you'd be able to play a different character other than the most broken characters in the game. Again, let me pull up my stats real quick, actually. Let me show you this. So here are my all-time stats for Rivals. As you can see, I have 50 hours on Rocket, 47 hours on Cloak and Dagger, and then 9 hours on Mantis. Obviously, with the bans that I just listed to you, the only one that's really affecting me here is Cloak and Dagger. But even then, if Cloak and Dagger gets banned, I'll just go ahead and switch to Rocket. If Rocket gets banned, then I'll go ahead and switch to Mantis. If Mantis gets banned and all 3 of those strategists get banned, then I'll just go ahead and play Loki. I'll go ahead and play Adam Warlock. Or if someone's like, oh, I don't know how to play those characters, then you should learn. You should be able to play your role well and being able to go ahead and flex. If you can't even play a support character and you say, hey, all 3 of my main support characters got banned, then what do? You can go ahead and play DPS. You can go ahead and play tank. It's all about communication. You shouldn't have to just instantly resort to the devs need to go ahead and fix this change, or I'm going to shut down and throw the game because I can't play my main. That's not how competitive play works, and if that's your mindset in regards to this whole entire dilemma, then you really shouldn't be in competitive play to begin with, unfortunately, and you should just stick to quick play, and there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I try my best to try to understand where people are coming from in regards to being upset of this change, but the more and more tweets that I've seen, or the more and more opinions that I've seen in regards to this matter, it kind of made me feel like a lot of more people were just whining and complaining instead of trying to learn or trying to play anything or step out of their comfort zone in regards to playing a different character other than the 3 main broken strategists on the roster. It just feels like a cop-out to me, and it feels like, oh, we need to go ahead and fix this change now because we want to go ahead and play more Cloak and Dagger. We want to play more Invisible Woman. That's not how that works, and that's not how competitive play works. So this tweet I wanted to go ahead and point out just because I really thought it was funny was, people clearly not seeing the problem here is so funny. Yes, let's ban a person's all mains and expect to play a hero they don't want to play or play like shit. Learn and adapt ends up with people throwing. Give it a few days and you'll see that comp will be hell for everyone. So what I'm hearing is we're making excuses as to why we can't play a certain hero because of the throwing allegations. I don't know about you, but I've had people throw my game just because somebody didn't respond to their joke, or because of their first death and they felt like they weren't getting healed, so they ended up throwing the game. So using throwing as an excuse really doesn't work here, and it's more like a cop-out. And plus, the whole learning and adapt thing, yes, it is competitive play. If you are playing a competitive video game and you get a character that you main and it's banned, you do have to go ahead and play someone else. You can't just say, I want to go play as another character that's broken, and if that character is banned, then I'm going to shut down and throw the game. That's not how that works. If that's the excuse that you want to use in regards to making a change and taking it back to 2 bans, you're not going to have a lot of good luck with that. Class has over 11 heroes. Adapt and learn something outside of Cloak and Dagger, Invisible Woman, and Gambit. Totally agree there, 100%. I thought I liked this already, but I'm gonna go ahead and like it now. But at the end of the day, if they're banned, that's just it. They're banned. You shouldn't complain and moan just because they got banned. It's a video game. You're supposed to learn. You're supposed to have fun and adapt, not shut down. All Sue and Cloak and Dagger One Tricks realizing they have to adapt and learn each other's characters. Get ready to learn Ultron, buddy. And this one's my personal favorite. Didn't y'all ban Spidey and Black Panther every game back then? And yeah, I was one of those people. I did not like Spider-Man or Black Panther, so yeah, they did end up on my ban list a lot. Also Magic was on that bitch too. Now this probably doesn't mean anything whatsoever, but again, White Fox dropped today as well in regards to the new season update. I wanted to go ahead and learn how to play as her. I wanted to learn her skills. I wanted to learn what situations I can use her in and utilize her in to try to help my team out in regards to heals. And again, when I do get to the point in competitive where they are banning, 3 strategists, White Fox is another character I can go ahead and play in regards to, let's say, Cloak and Dagger gets banned, or Rocket gets banned, or Mantis gets banned, or whoever gets banned. Being able to have another character in your Duffy, in your back pocket, is definitely needed here. And it's just something that I feel like is common sense in regards to competitive play. Maybe I'm missing something here. Leave me a comment if I'm not understanding why this is a bad decision or anything like that. We can talk about it, whatever. But at this current time, I really do feel like this whole entire situation is being really over exaggerated. And people just really need to chill out, especially strategist mains. It's not that bad, I promise you. You can go ahead without playing an overpowered healer for like 2 seconds, or even just for a match. If you want to go ahead and learn a character in comp, learn a character in comp. If you suck, you suck. You'll go down a rank. Who cares? Now, do I think this change will go ahead and get overturned? I don't personally think so. I think it's definitely going to be put under a watchful eye for the time being. However, let's say I'll maybe give it a good solid month or two before people say, hey, maybe we'll go ahead and change this decision or revert it back. But even then, guess what's going to happen? Like, your characters are still going to get banned. So you're still going to have to adapt. You're still going to have to play other characters. Just instead of 2 characters, it's just 1 extra one that you have to pick up and learn. But granted, I've also seen some tweets and seen some Reddit posts about how people think that this isn't necessarily the case in all the matches that they play. Some people said that they still see some regular Black Panther dive main bans and everything along those lines. So maybe I'm just seeing things and talking things into existence. But from what I'm seeing here, I think everything's going to be okay. If you're a strategist main, just learn somebody new. It's really not hard. This role is really, really simple. It's really easy to do. And honestly, you just got to point and click. That's all it really is. Again, take it from me. I've been playing casually for I don't know how long, reached GM as my top rank, and I'm doing pretty fine for myself. So if I can do it, you definitely can. So with that being said, let's all just take a chill pill. Let's relax. Let's take a breather. It's not the end of the world. Let's just play the game. It's as simple as that.